What's going on? I'm Lupe with Celeb Secrets. I'm talking with Matty and Jonny from Nickelodeon's The BeatBuds. Let's jam. What's up, guys? How are you?
We're amazing.
Good.
We're really excited
today.
Yeah, excited to be talking to you.
Awesome. Well, first and foremost, congrats on the series. So let's talk a little bit about that. How did the concept for making the music come about for the BeatBuds?
The concept for making the music, to be honest with you, that just something that happened organically and naturally. You know, we wanted to write some music that we could enjoy legitimately with our children. His nephews at the time when we first started.
Right, I wasn't a dad quite yet.
Right, my 6-month-old at that time. And we wanted to get in the studio and write some things that we could sit there in the car with our kids and really rock out to. And something that parents and kids could legitimately enjoy together, as opposed to a parent, tolerating this music for the good of their child.
Right. And, the coolest thing about it is when we created it, it wasn't the BeatBuds, and it wasn't a concept for, a kid's music outlet that we were going to create. It was just something that we created organically for our families to enjoy, and it just started spreading throughout the community, and that's when it occurred to us that
it's a band.
Maybe we should do something here.
Now, the songs are very catchy. They make you want to, dance around, whether you're with kids, nieces, nephews, whatever it may be. So they definitely have that get up and get going. Now, in the series, we see how these two best friends, Jonny and Matty, are on their way to this rock and roll big concert called the Beat Bash. In your life, can you recall a moment where your friends have been there for you, supporting you and encouraging you?
Yeah, the real life Beat Bash.
Yeah.
Absolutely. the Beat Bash is actually a real thing. It's really the culmination of everybody in our region that we've done birthday parties for, classes for, special events for, that all come out to these. I'm so excited to play these legendary venues such as the Palladium and the Fonda Theater.
Yeah.
They come out in support of us. It's more than it feels like more than just an audience going to watch a band. It's more like we've been able to work our way into their families by playing some of their most special private events like birthday parties and even hair cutting ceremonies for different religions and things like that. So it really is a celebration of this family.
Yeah.
And the real Beat Bash is the one.
Yeah, for sure, because they all come out and, talk about support.
Yeah.
And that local community that we were able to really develop through our music and the classes and the birthdays, that community has been so supportive of us. And that one of the reasons we're so excited to make this show is because we know how happy they're going to be for us when they see it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a gift to them.
Yeah.
I love that how it's a very united family. It's friends and family, but ultimately it's a big, happy family. And that's what I love that, we get to see, at least from what I've gotten to see, And at the end of the day, for those that, are just hopping on, are just becoming parents throughout this pandemic or whatever it may be, for a first new viewer, how would you describe the BeatBuds?
Well, we're two best friends.
Right.
And, we think that the show really does capture our friendship. And we are bringing people into what we do. The viewer and the next person or thing that we meet on our adventure going towards this Beat Bash becomes a part of what we do. And we hope that when families watch this, they feel a part of what we do as well. And they see a really wholesome approach to how we grow and how we become a community together through our best friendship.
Yeah, sense of community is really the key to the BeatBuds, I think.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Now, I know, Jonny, you mentioned that, you're a father, and Matty, you were becoming one. When it comes to, making this, making your work or your music, do you have your children in mind?
100%. 100%. Actually, Jonny's son right now is 3 years old, so that's like kind of a sweet spot for our music. In a lot of instances, so he's the perfect barometer for what works and what doesn't. But also, we're in the field every day doing birthday parties and classes and special events. So we get these ideas from the field. So in a way, we kind of know what we're getting into. We don't just create something necessarily and then with no research, if you will, before, you know, to start. We have the idea of what we want to do, we see what kids like, and then we try and sculpt something right for that.
Yeah, and the nice thing about our kids, though, is that we've had these kids at different phases of the BeatBuds. So Matt's eldest daughter was like 6 months to a year old when we started, and then he had his next, and then I had mine. So we always had a child who was close to us in our family that was in that sweet spot that we could always look to while we were recording these ideas that we were getting from everywhere to say, that's really cool, I really like that, or nah, Dad, you know, I don't really like that song, and then we scrap it.
And last but not least, you know, obviously we are Celeb Secrets. Is there a behind the scenes secret that you guys had while writing and performing these songs for the show?
You know, I wouldn't say it's a secret. I'd say it's a genuineness, an authenticness to it. I mean, you can't fake this.
Yeah, and I think that's the magic that is in the songs and in the series, is that this is just, it comes from a real place. And I think it's an important thing that, you know, viewers know, is that this show wasn't just a conceived idea of, you know, a concept that somebody came up with. You know, it's a real thing based on real people who experience all these things. Even the Beat Bus is a bus that Matty and I bought as teenagers in Texas, an airport shuttle bus, and we sent pictures of it to the animators, and they kind of designed it after that. So, you know, our stamp is really all over it. It's not something that someone just came up with, and that's the coolest part about the show. And I think those organic roots and how true it is to our organic roots is really the magic in there.
Yeah.